Alright guys, so what you're about to see is my full review, including casting performance of this Cortland Tarpon Taper Clear Liquid Crystal Series. There were really no product information videos except for marketing hype stuff on YouTube or anywhere else. So I dropped the 100 on it. I wanted a all clear line, just to mitigate some of the instances of where I might line a fish, especially when I'm on big schools of fish. I thought this would be really important. People have said on some of these clear lines, and they've got a flats taper that's of the same stuff, and I think these were older versions, that they have a lot of memory. I don't see memory being a problem at all with this line. It's great. It is very supple. Handles awesome. I've only had one other Cortland line before. It was the flip high vis, and it actually, I like it better than the high vis, and the high vis was handled great too. Casting in on my CTS Revo. This is actually a 10 weight rod, and the reason I went with the 12 on here is because the 12 has the 380 grain head, and that's what this 10 weight Revo likes. And if you get in that 380 range with this rod, it's gonna launch it. It has all the 380 grain lines. I've shot through it. So anyway, casting performance fantastic. I'm probably going to take this and switch it over to this on my Speedster right now. I'm probably going to switch it over to my 10 weight Lamson Lightspeed M, which is, that's kind of my go-to tarpon reel, if you will. But anyway, impressed with the line. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I was casting on the casting setup. I've just got the butt section tied on directly to the fly line, and I've got a 60-pound mono, and I've got about 10 feet of that on there. So that's all I was throwing on there, but you'll see in the video, I was throwing the whole fly line, all the leader. I'm probably usually run about a 15-foot leader. It's gonna be no factor on this. Although you talk about no factor, I probably don't need the leader that long. That's just, the way I build those leaders, they lay out good. So I'll probably keep with that formula. May go with a little bit heavier butt section. I'm not 100% sure. I won't know until I get it set up. But may go with a 70 or something like that, just to get a little added stiffness. So you get that turnover. But again, probably don't need it. That's clear, as clear as it gets. Anyway, seems to be a badass line. I like it. Check out the casting portion. One other thing that I'll add, that it will take a little bit of getting used to. This is purely logical. Since there's no marker on this line, it's not as simple to realize where the head is, except for just judging the distance when you're bringing the line in. It's probably the easiest way. I may mark the line. I hadn't decided yet. It was weird, really weird at first, and then after that, it really wasn't much of a factor. So I may leave it as is. I may mark it, put a little mark on it. I don't know. But anyway, just my thoughts on the line. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so in the Yeti bucket sits the remainder of all the running line. I've got the head of the Cortland Tarpon Taper out of the rod guides on the grass, and I'm gonna show you what this thing will do. That's pretty good. All but about 3 feet of it. Let's do it again. Still getting used to this taper. And actually getting used to the whole line being clear. It's really kind of weird. At least knowing where that head starts. And there's no doubt it's casting the whole line, so we're good there. All right, I still don't know if you can see it or not, but I took it out of the bucket. Maybe you can pick it up better in the grass, but there's all the fly line. And there it all went. Gone. It passed the cast test for sure.